Stephen.
I'm Tim.
And this is Lincoln.
And we are the Maguire Swanepoel family.
From early on, we both knew that we wanted to have a family. We both came from fairly large families growing up, and family was always quite important to us. So yeah, I think we discussed it quite early, and it was always something that we both wanted.
And the progression from there felt quite natural. So when we undertook this process, it was us really working together as a team to figure out what our family will look like and how it will look.
I initially thought we wanted to do it domestically here in Australia. We did some research, hopped in Facebook groups online. We kind of soon discovered that that wasn't really going to be the pathway that we wanted to follow. That's when we decided on the international surrogacy option, and we went to a Growing Families conference. That's how we ended up finding more about agencies and different ways to start our journey.
We were able to speak to the Tammuz representative, and he was quite approachable. It made us feel like he knew what we were looking for.
I think we ended up choosing Tammuz Family because it felt like the right fit for us.
Yeah.
There were so many different options and agencies. We liked the idea that it was a full service approach. It kind of had everything that we were looking for. We liked the idea that the person that was going to be assisting us had already been through a surrogacy journey before. And we just felt confident that they knew what they were doing and that they could provide a future and a family for us.
I think for us, the representative was here in Australia. We were in the same time zone. So it was good to have that connection, that we could call someone or text someone and we generally get a response maybe that day or maybe a little bit later, and they were able to just make us feel a bit more at ease that there was a face to the organisation within our own country.
We weighed up the different options, the different programs, and we ended up choosing Colombia again because we felt it ticked most of our boxes. We really liked some of the inclusions that the program offered that the USA one didn't offer. The price point was more within what we were potentially looking for in a journey, in a program. We felt confident that was a journey for us.
We booked in for an actual official consult.
That's
we
right.
got all of our paperwork. We went away from there, and Stephen and I had a number of discussions around sort of those next steps. We
went over the contract.
Yeah, we went through the contract, read that quite a few times. It, whilst comprehensive, gave us a full understanding of what program we were signing up for and what that would look like at the end.
It was actually a bit of a funny process. Once we were given the egg donor website, we both went away on separate computers, and we each picked our top 10 egg donors, and we kind of came back together. And we're actually quite surprised to see how many that we'd picked that were quite similar or that were the same egg donor. And from that, we came up with a short list, and that's how we ended up settling on our chosen egg donor. We're actually out walking Duke, our dog, and my phone started ringing. And when I looked at my phone, as soon as I saw that it was our territory manager, their name, we knew straight away that it was going to be information about it. And as soon as she picked up the phone, as soon as we heard her voice, I think I knew. I could hear it in her voice.
It was a bit surreal at the moment. Well, we took some photos. We took some photos with Duke where the location we were.
Yeah. That'll always be a special spot now for us because that's where we first found out.
And then we went home and we went out for a celebratory dinner. The morning Lincoln was born, lots of Facebook messaging, lots of FaceTiming, and then we were lucky enough when we got home to Australia to share in all of those moments again because everyone had just seen photos or got a FaceTime, and it really makes a difference, like moving from that whole digital thing to actually being able to like hold and hug and move through those emotions.
10 weeks all up, because that's how long the process took to get all the paperwork, his citizenship, his passport, all the support that we got from the legal team while we were over there was absolutely fantastic. Hey, weren't they? And yeah, that just made us feel, again, a lot more confident and comfortable in the whole process.
I think we had a few challenges along the way. We had an egg retrieval where only one of us made viable embryos. We had failed embryo transfers. But again, like once the baby is born, it kind of feels like a distant memory, and it kind of all melts away. One of the reasons we went with Tammuz because it was the guaranteed program. So we knew at the end that we would have 2 babies. So no matter when something went wrong with whether it be egg donation or surrogate, we knew at one point in time that yes, this is a challenge, this is difficult, but we know that at the end there will be a baby that comes along with it.
Don't be afraid just to get started. It can kind of be a bit overwhelming with all the information out there. Sometimes it's hard to compare everything that's out there. So I think just start somewhere. Book a consult with an agency, send off an email, have a phone call, do your research, get all the information out there. I think it's a great way to kind of get started, because it just takes that first step, and that kind of helps to build as you go from there. Be patient and trust the process. If you put yourself in good hands, trust that they're going to be looking after you and end up with your family at the end of it.